San Juan Regional Medical Center is your community hospital, committed to making life better for the communities we are privileged to serve. In fact, better is our mission, improving lives through personalized health and care. What matters most to our patients matters most to us, offering a comprehensive range of inpatient, outpatient, and emergency care services so you can get the quality care you need right here at home. San Juan Regional Medical Center, celebrating life better here since 1910.
Who listens to radio? That go where you go medium called radio.
Well, I listen to radio. I never miss a wake-up call with Ren and David, two of my very favorite people. Catch them every Sunday right here on the Beacon of the Four Corners. It's recorded live and uncut, just like the golden years of radio. See what everyone is talking about. The wake-up call exclusively here on KSJE.
Voice of radio, the people's choice. Music.
San Juan Regional Medical Center is your community hospital, committed to making life better for the communities we are privileged to serve. In fact, better is our mission, improving lives through personalized health and care. What matters most to our patients matters most to us, offering a comprehensive range of inpatient, outpatient, and emergency care services so you can get the quality care you need right here at home. San Juan Regional Medical Center, celebrating life better here since 1910.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Megan Cullip, along here with Scott Michlin.
Hey, Megan Cullip.
Hey.
How are you?
How's it going? Another week.
Going good. Another week, you're right.
That's right.
We are. It's another Friday. Exactly. Good to see you.
Good to see
You've had a good week?
as always. Pretty good.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, usual stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Very good. Great to see you. Welcome, everyone. This is our Solutions from the Street week here on KSJE. New solution. Same street? Is it the same street?
I think it's the same street.
Is it the same street?
I don't
Okay.
know.
It's the long and winding road.
The
Thank
San
you,
Juan
Beatles.
County Street.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. But this is the program where we try to bring solutions to local problems that aren't maybe government funded or sponsored or things along that line. It's kind of grassroots types of solutions. And so that's where we are.
That's where we're at.
So here we are today, right? And so we have a new problem to talk about.
Right.
And a new solution.
Correct.
Okay. And
Just
you're part of
getting
this
squared
solution.
away?
Yeah.
I am.
I'm focusing.
Okay.
I'm focusing.
Focus in.
Right.
So
because you're in dual role again this week. You've done this a couple of times because
know.
of your involvement in many solutions in our community, and so here you are again.
it's exciting.
Yeah.
This is the first time I've done this one, though.
Okay.
So-
All right. So let's talk about the problem, and then we'll introduce our guest.
The
our other
problem
guest.
is folks who do not have access to affordable dental care, who need it.
Right.
The solution is Mission of Mercy.
Right. Which is, and you're all choked up about it.
You know,
I'm already
choked up
choking you
about
up
it.
about it.
That's right. It's
But
very
this is a
emotional.
big deal in our state, especially. And so, as we'll talk about, there's a lot of folks in our community, adults and children, by the way, right, who cannot afford or just have access to dental care. And I think anyone who has had dental problems or even just missed a dental appointment or whatever for a while knows how quickly that can devolve into a more serious issue.
Disaster, yeah.
And we'll get an official confirmation of that in just a moment from our other guest who could talk about that. But that's kind of what we're talking about this week. And there we go. So it is the New Mexico Mission of Mercy, which will be here later this fall. And so today our kind of solution is also asking for volunteers.
That's the big push.
This is the time.
This is the time to sign up, for sure.
Exactly. So let's introduce our guest who's here to talk more about the solution along with you,
Right.
because you're there too.
Right.
But yeah.
Thank you.
But he knows more than you do
Yes.
about this.
No, it's
maybe
true.
not about everything, but maybe about everything. I
He
wouldn't-
will argue.
He's no slouch.
Probably about everything.
Yeah, he is no slouch. Go ahead, introduce our guest.
All right. We have Dr. Julius Manns here with us this morning.
Dr. Mans, welcome back to KSJE. It's good to see you.
Good morning, Scott. Good morning, Megan. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
You bet. Thanks for putting up with both of us.
You bet.
As you can see, it's
Lots
going
of
to be
fun.
quite the show.
Yep.
But yes, but this is something that I know you have been involved with for a number of years. In fact, from the last New Mexico Mission of Mercy that was held here in San Juan County, and I'll ask you maybe about the numbers because it was really, I think, amazing how many people you were able to help at that event. And you're hoping to do the same thing in September. That's when this year's Mission of Mercy is coming back to San Juan County, correct?
Yeah, so I mean, I've been fortunate to be part of every single Mission of Mercy that New Mexico has put on so far. And also our students have been involved in all of these. And I was also very fortunate to be the chair of the last Mission of Mercy here in San Juan County, which was about 10 years ago. And now two of my very close friends, Dr. Jennifer Thompson and Dr. James Cole, will be running this Mission of Mercy. So very excited about that and bringing it back to the community again. Yeah.
Very good. And again, as we've been mentioning, the idea is to be able to provide this basically free dental care, right, to adults and children in the community during this multi-day event.
Yeah. So the whole idea of this is that there is always a portion of the population that kind of gets caught in the middle. You know, they either can't afford their own dental home, maybe they don't quite meet the needs for the dental safety nets. And they don't get the care that they need. And we want to provide at least some opportunity for these individuals in our community to get the care that they need. And then we also realize that dental care is really vital. When you talk about the social aspects of the way that you look, when you talk about the health aspects of the oral cavity, everything we eat, everything we breathe goes through the mouth. And so being able to get a job, being able to meet the social needs you need to meet a partner. All of these type of things are affected by your mouth and the way you look. And sometimes the only thing a person needs is that little bit to get them taken care of, get their smile back, and it can change lives. And we've seen that over and over again. So that's a big push that we're doing here, yeah.
Big self-esteem booster, I would say, too, right? When you don't have a smile, maybe, or people are embarrassed from their smile, and then being able to kind of bring a smile back to someone's face, right? If their teeth are, fixed and looking well, and the person can just really go out and, as you said, from job interviews to meeting a significant other to a lot of other things, and for kids too, right?
Yeah, it can change your life. And we know that unfortunately right now, one of the main reasons that kids miss school is due to cavities and dental pain, and that's really not something that we think is acceptable. We want to take care of that and help. So Mission of Mercy is one of the ways that we can do that as a dental community, to get out there and help. And all of you out there can help and volunteer as well. You know, for every patient we have, we generally need at least one volunteer. Somebody to help them, guide them from station to station, people to man the stations. So if you're interested in helping out, we would love to have you come and help us. And Megan's going to talk about that a little bit, where you go. And this is going to be September 23 and 24 coming up this year. So, if you want to come and help, or you want to be a patient, we would love to have you show up.
There you go. But now is the time that you're trying to gather these teams of volunteers, right? Because give me the numbers again, if you would, because we're talking hundreds of thousands of people, aren't we, that come out to this?
Thousands of people, yeah. We generally will have around 1,000 patients, and we need around 1,000 volunteers to help out with that. And then you add on top of that all of the providers, which are going to be the dentists, the hygienists, the assistants that are out there. You're having, about 3,000 or 4,000 people at this event. We're going to have physicians there that are going to help out. So it's a big deal, yeah. Yeah,
it is a big deal. And so that is why it's a big solution to a big problem, which is why we're so grateful that you're here this morning. Megan Cullup, put on your volunteer coordinator hat, I guess, and talk a little bit about who you're looking for, what you're looking for.
Willing hands.
Okay.
Is the short answer.
All right.
So over 18 willing hands.
Uh-huh.
And there are a lot of roles for folks who wish to volunteer. So you can either sign up for a specific role on the website, or you can just say, hey, put me wherever, I'm good with whatever.
Okay.
And so, these roles include things like food and hospitality, parking, helping people park, greeting patients, talking with patients while they're in line, helping with registration, guiding patients from one area to the other. They have a system where you go to different areas to get things done.
Just depending on what they need, right? If they just need a cleaning, or they need maybe more of a consultation, or whatever the case may be.
Right.
You've got all those stations are all set up that day.
Right. So they need somebody that helps point the way. Translators, we might have some Spanish-speaking folk. We might have some Navajo-speaking folk.
Right.
So if somebody knows how to speak either of those languages, we'd be a huge help. And then, of course, just the usual setup and tear down, keeping an eye on the waste baskets,
Right.
emptying those. So pretty much, if you're willing, there will be a space for something that you can do, that you like to do.
Gotcha.
So
And you need about 1,000 people.
apparently, yeah.
Are you just finding that out today?
Yeah, I'm not doing it in a vacuum. There's,
Right.
there's some help, so that's good. And you can sign up by going to nmdentalfoundation.org.
Dental Association Foundation. Is that right?
Um,
An MDA Foundation,
Okay.
we got to check our flyer.
New Mexico Dental Association Foundation.
Okay. We'll double check that.
We'll fact check it.
Okay.
But yeah, maybe there's 2 sites.
There could be, or maybe one redirects to that one. So we will double check, everyone. But it is the New Mexico Dental Association Foundation.
Yep.
If you just search for that, it will pop up, and there's a tab that tells you how to volunteer for the New Mexico Mission of Mercy event in September here in Farmington. It'll be held at McGee Park. They're probably the only place big enough to handle 1,000 patients and 1,000 volunteers and everybody else, right?
I love their evolution from vaccines to dental care. They've done a
To
lot.
county fair.
To county fair.
I mean, it's a multi-purpose
They do.
facility.
To horse racing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
And so that's what does it. But this is for 2 days, and so do you have to be available both days, or can I volunteer for one day and not the other
Yeah.
day? That's okay.
Well, there's shifts even, so
Uh-huh.
you can choose a day and then choose a shift. So
Maybe
there's
there for a couple hours, maybe at a time.
a few
or whatever.
hours.
Yeah.
So there's shift 1 and shift 2. So either early morning or midday to the night.
Okay.
So yes. So if you're not a morning person, there's still an afternoon shift for you. Or if you'd rather get your volunteerism in and enjoy the rest of the day, there's an early morning shift
Right.
for you.
Now is the time to do that. When you have maybe more choices of the shifts you can sign up for. Whereas if you wait until maybe July or August, there may be less opportunities at the place you want to be.
Right. I
So-
mean, if you have a specific hope for a specific role
Yeah.
and time.
Right.
Do
Now's
it
the
now.
time
Now's the
to
time.
sign up. Exactly. But it is September 23rd and 24th. These are all pretty much full day events. I do remember from the last time. And just so many dental professionals and dental hygienists from all over the state, I think, Dr. Mance, too, that come here to really help out. Isn't that true? I mean, we have a lot of folks that come in because of this big influx of patients for these 2 days.
That is true. We have dentists coming from all over the state. We have dentists coming in from Colorado and Arizona and Utah as well. So it becomes a very big dental community gathering. Yeah, absolutely.
And this is something that the Dental Association Foundation has been doing in our state for quite a while. It kind of bounces around when there's not a global pandemic. But
Right.
you're able to kind of do this, and that's why it hasn't been here in maybe 10 years, because it's been moving around to other parts of the state, right?
Yeah, we've done 6 of these over the past years, and we've done over $6 million worth of free dentistry for people in New Mexico as a
Let me
result
let
of
that soak in for just a moment,
Yeah.
that number that you
That's
just
big.
gave there,
That's big.
$6 million
Yeah.
in free dental care.
Yeah.
That's significant
That's
in our
really
state.
significant.
Yeah, and it does. You're right. It bounces from city to city. So started in Albuquerque, went to Las Cruces, came up to Farmington, went up to Santa Fe, back to Albuquerque. So it does move around the state so that we give opportunity to different areas in the state as well. So,
Right.
Yeah.
And as a dentist, I'm sure you can talk about some of these things that maybe are, you find when patients present, right? And you just don't know what's coming through the door. And so the idea is to have a crew there to be able to deal with these issues maybe in those 2 days, but also maybe have a relationship or start a relationship with these families that maybe they'll continue their dental care after this event, or figure out how to get them in to see a specialist or whatever the case may be, whether it's an adult or a child.
Yeah, exactly, Scott. I mean, those are 2 really good points. The first is that we have built New Mexico Mission of Mercy to try to take care of as many of the problems as we can right there and then. We'll have oral surgeons on hand, we'll have endodontists or root canal specialists, we'll have individuals that can do dentures, partials, etc. So as much as we can, we take care of right there and then, but there definitely will be relationships built up between those individuals and the dentists very often will bring those individuals in and complete complex cases later on that take much more time. So absolutely. Yeah.
Gotcha. And I know there was a question about the website, and so you were doing some checking, Dr. Mance. Do we know what the correct
Yeah, it's New
web
Mexico
address-
Dental Association Foundation.org.
Okay.
is where it should be.
All righty. So we'll update the poster.
We need to update
is
the poster.
what we can do. But
Yeah.
but that's all right. But very, very good. There are some other photos that we were able to see from the Facebook page of the New Mexico Dental Foundation. And I just wanted to get your reactions to these because they really show, I think, the difference. We talked about self-esteem and things like that for some of these individuals who've come to a previous event, right? And so here are some of these folks who've been, looks like maybe denture work or something like that, right?
Yeah,
that
in
you
many
just
of these
mentioned.
cases, we'll have dentures that they can get that day or front teeth that get repaired. So absolutely big changes for many of these individuals.
Exactly.
Ability of that individual to now go out and have that self-esteem to get a job or go to school or meet somebody. All those things are really important.
Right.
Yeah.
Very good. And of course, we're talking about all ages.
Oh, absolutely.
At these events. And
Yep.
so again, for the volunteers, it's got to be very fulfilling for the volunteers too to see these really sometimes in some cases life-changing procedures.
Yeah, in many cases, very, very much so. And it is an extremely fulfilling opportunity for the individuals that volunteer. You see people's lives change doing this. Absolutely.
Right. Very true. This is Solutions from the Street on KSJE. I'm Scott Michlin here with Megan Cullip, who is pulling double duty today because not only is she the co-host of this program, but she is also working on gathering volunteers for the Mission of Mercy in Farmington, which is happening in September. And so you're looking for these thousands of people, right? A thousand
Yeah.
people
Yeah, for sure.
to sign up for these various jobs, right?
Yeah.
So you don't have to be a dentist.
No, you don't have to be a dental professional at all. This is for anybody who's willing to come help out. And we should just speak to volunteerism briefly.
Yes.
In that it is the single best thing you can do to, this is true, to improve your sense of well-being, your sense of joy, your sense of connection. This comes through volunteerism. That's time and time again, we hear these reports where they've done scientific studies on what is the best way to have a sense of well-being, and one of those ways is to volunteer. So this will be good for those folks and good for the folks that are volunteering.
What is that saying? 'Tis better to give than to receive?
Pretty much.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's what you're talking about, isn't it?
Yes, a wise man long ago once said that. Yes.
Yeah.
So, the interesting thing about this event too is it's first come, first serve, right? So patients, it's first come, first serve.
Mm-hmm.
And can you guess how early the doors open?
When they open?
Yeah, when do the doors open?
7?
Oh,
No.
4 a.m.
4 a.m.
So,
Wow.
if you have something little, especially if it's more complex that you think is going to happen, get there early.
Okay.
Get in line. We do have a new thing this year where you can make appointments for specific times if you're a patient.
Okay.
So that is possible on that website if you're a patient to find an appointment. Specifically, if you have children, that might be a wise way to go about it. But either way, first come, first serve.
Gotcha.
New thing with you can make appointments, but
Oh.
man,
Right.
I'm not getting choked up. I'm just got
You just got morning stuff.
stuff
Maybe
going on.
that's it. Maybe some dust that's been in the air.
Maybe
I
some
don't know.
dust,
Maybe you inhaled
haze.
some. Yeah, that would do it.
We don't know.
But this is so that would mean you need volunteers there early.
Right, the early shift starts at 4:15.
Oh, dark 30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4:15. So
Well, you would definitely have the rest of your day
yeah,
if you took the early
yes,
shift on
yes.
that one.
Get your coffee and get over there.
I
It'll
would
be
say.
good.
But I would imagine that volunteers are treated pretty good at this event. I know this is your first one, but Dr. Mance, I would think that, there's certainly some coffee available for your volunteers and things like that. I mean, nothing runs without coffee these days, right?
We definitely try to treat the volunteers nicely. There's going to be food available, and
Good.
yeah, we take care of you.
That's
for
important.
sure.
That's very good.
Speaking of volunteering, if I
Yes,
could
sir.
just add, there's a quote that I like as well, which is I think that service to others or volunteering is the rent we pay for our place on the earth. So another way to look at it. So
That's a much better quote than the one I gave, but I appreciate that, which is why we love having you here as a
just
Yeah,
a
they're
different
both
way
good.
of thinking about it. Right?
Yes, sir.
Both good.
Very much. September 23rd and 24th. That's a Friday and a Saturday, I believe, right?
Correct.
In September. And so if you're looking at your schedules, everyone, but again, the need is now for volunteers. You can sign up. You can't miss the tab on the nmdentalassociationfoundation.org website. To sign up, it just says the Farmington event. It's right there with the dates in September.
Yeah.
And that's how you can sign up. And then Megan will probably give you a call.
Yeah, I will
know,
certainly
you'll
be
call
in
all
contact.
1,000 people,
All
won't
the
you?
thousands of people.
You will.
Yeah.
But
you get to work with me, which is another thing we haven't talked about yet.
No, it's obvious. I think the
obvious.
benefits that come with working with Megan
benefits,
Cullen.
the benefits.
But yes, exactly. But that's a good thing.
Yes.
It's an important thing to
fun.
be able to work with you and to give back to the community
fun,
as we were talking
Yeah.
about. And so, Dr. Mance, talk to me about your colleagues that put their time and talents towards this event as well, because you couldn't do it without this, as you mentioned, all the different doctors, dentists, and specialists and others that are there kind of standing by, and they're working. They're there almost all the time, aren't they? I mean, they're long shifts, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, most of the dentists that are going to come are going to go probably for the entire day, if not 2 days, and be there. So we'll work the whole time. We'll be there probably at 4 o'clock and leave it when the lights get turned off. Many of these people have done all the Mission of Mercies. I've done many of them throughout the state with all these individuals, and they travel to go to them. We have Mission of Mercy junkies that really come from Mission of Mercy to Mission of Mercy because they just love the opportunity to do good for other people and help people. So, the dentists are going to really be out there working hard and doing a lot for these individuals and these patients.
Which is great,
Yeah.
and again, great to see. And as you said, they go to some go to all these
Yeah.
events and bounce around our state. This is, and I don't want to say it's a unique problem to our state, but we certainly are a rural state and a poor state, and so I would think that maybe we have more need for an event like this than maybe some other states. Would that be an accurate statement?
Yeah, New Mexico is unique in that way. We are extremely rural, and so the ability, when we look at dental care, there are many different things that get in a person's way that are obstacles to getting that care. And being in a rural state is one of those, just the ability to drive to or to travel to get the care you need. So that's one of the reasons why we try to take the Mission of Mercy around the state to help with that as well. We know that a lot of individuals can't get down to Albuquerque to get the care they need. Let's bring it up here for them and help them out.
Right, and I would think then you're seeing patients maybe that have traveled a good distance to get to the Mission of Mercy, even in Farmington, right? Because they are not near regular, affordable dental care for their family.
Right, that is true. So sometimes individuals that can't get the care where they are will travel to Mission of Mercy to come and get that as well.
Got
You're
you. And again, it's an important thing. And again, for children, talk to me a bit about how important it is for kids to have a regular dental appointment and to maybe stay on top of things, because we know, you've got baby teeth and they're coming out and the adult teeth are coming in, and sometimes things get crowded or different. I mean, there's all kinds of things that can happen, I suppose, right, with a child in their mouth?
Sure. I mean, one of the big concerns is that we don't want kids missing time at school because of problems with their teeth or pain that's going on with their teeth. And unfortunately, that happens. So that's something that can be taken care of. There's also some misconceptions about baby teeth and then permanent teeth that, it doesn't matter if you get that cavity on the baby tooth, but those can very often affect the permanent teeth as they come in. If you lose space, you can lose the opportunity for those adult teeth to come in properly or have the space to come in and not cause problems later on. So absolutely, we want to make sure that those kids get taken care of and looked at to prevent issues from happening in the future. And we've found a number of cases where we found cancers on children and been able to take care of that early, and that's hugely important for that population, that we do that quickly and early to make sure that that child has a good life later on. So we want those kids to come in and get taken care of and get them looked at.
Right. And again, this event is completely free for these patients that are
Completely
coming
free.
in.
Yep.
Whether you're an adult or a child, you got 1 kid, 10 kids, doesn't matter. It's a free dental care event.
First come, first serve. We don't ask anything about your finances. We don't ask anything about your whether your citizenship. Nothing. Just come in, stand in line, and we will do the dental work for you. Absolutely.
Right. Very, very good. And Dr. Mance, I mentioned that Megan is pulling double duty here, but you're also kind of wearing a couple of different hats, because folks may not realize that you work here at San Juan College with the dental hygiene program. And so this is another opportunity for your students too, is it not, to be able to maybe get some more real world experience for your students?
It's a fantastic opportunity for our students. And I'm proud to say our students have participated in every single Mission of Mercy that we've had. It's a great opportunity for them to see what public health is like. It's a great opportunity for them to volunteer, which they do a lot of otherwise, to work with the dental professionals in the state. There's just there's so many pluses for our students to get involved and do this. So absolutely, we love having these events.
Very, very good. Well, thanks to you and your students for putting in their time and talents with this and getting a real learning experience, I suppose, right? Depending on what case comes in, because that's what they're going to face when they graduate.
You bet. And they
in
get
the
to
real
see
world.
things that they don't get to see otherwise. So it's really good for them.
Yeah, very true. Megan Cullum, final
Scott
push
Michlin.
for your volunteers.
Please volunteer.
Okay.
That would be awesome.
Very polite of you, yes.
Yes,
Right.
yeah.
It seems like a long ways off, but it really isn't. It's going to be
No.
here, I'm afraid, before we know it, because
Right.
we know how quickly summer will go. Here we are in June already.
Yeah.
We're going to have Freedom Days soon, Connie Mack soon, and once that happens,
Right.
Kablam,
well,
here we are in
we don't
September.
want to run into an issue where we're down to the wire and we realize we don't have anybody to come help out, and we have all these dental professionals and all these people coming, but no extra helping hands to do things that they just can't do because they're tied up doing the dentistry work. So
Right.
we need people. Yeah.
Very true. So nmdentalassociationfoundation.org is the website. Again, you'll see the tab that says volunteer for the New Mexico Mission of Mercy event in Farmington. It's pretty obvious right there on the page, and you can sign up. Pretty easy, and let them know what you'd like to do for
Yes.
those couple of days, or one day, or a shift on one day, or whatever the case may be,
Yes.
and then whatever area you want to go, or if you just want to be assigned something, you can do that too.
Right.
Yeah, lots of different areas. And it's a huge event. I'm not sure if folks don't remember it from 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I don't think they just know how many people show up, as you mentioned, when the doors open at 4:30? 4 a.m.
4 a.m.
And they're already maybe camping out in the McGee Park parking lot
Yep.
to be there because it's first come, first served, as you mentioned. It's a big event, and we certainly want to show the rest of the state that we can handle an event like this and help our fellow friends and neighbors to get the care that they need for their teeth.
You bet.
So,
You know, to Scott, if
Yes.
anybody has any questions too, have them. They can feel free to contact the dental hygiene program at the college, or they could email me if they have questions as well. And that would be mansj@sanjuancollege.edu. So feel free to throw me an email if you have a question about Mission of Mercy. Happy to answer those and transfer you over to Megan, and she'll figure it out for you.
there you go. Or you could reach out to Megan, I'm sure, too, and she would help you as well.
That's right.
To,
My full name at gmail.com.
just like that?
Just like that. It's real simple.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. Wonderful. Dr. Mance, it's always a pleasure to have you here. Thank you for all the work that you do on behalf of our students and our community. We really appreciate all of it.
You bet. Same to you, Scott. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And Megan Cullum, thank you,
Hey.
because, again, you're pulling double duty here.
Yeah.
In addition to your other full-time job, which we haven't even talked about today.
No, not today. Yeah.
But it's there.
It's there.
Yes.
It happens.
But I think, again, this town wouldn't run without the dedication of local folks and volunteers. And I mean, I know I'm preaching to the choir, but it's really important to see folks step up and
right.
and really help at events like this and a lot of other things I know you're involved
Yeah.
with as well.
Love their community.
Yeah.
Yes.
Give back a little bit.
Makes it go around.
Exactly. Before we go, I sometimes forget to ask you to plug your show tomorrow.
Oh, yes.
Because you have a show. You have another hat that you wear is the disc
As
jockey
DJ.
hat
Yes.
here at KSJE,
Yeah.
and you have a show on Saturdays, 9 to 11,
I do.
radio free Saturday morning.
That's what it is.
Yeah, and so it's usually an eclectic mix of music.
Yes.
And so what have you selected for tomorrow?
What if I cooked up for tomorrow?
Yeah.
What is the theme?
Do you remember?
So usually, I
'Cause-
choose a theme, then I pick a bunch of songs within the theme,
Yeah.
but they're all different genres, and you can hear some strange stuff on there, which is part of the point.
Right, and it usually fits.
The theme is,
I'm putting you on the spot.
I know.
And I apologize.
I don't
know.
think I can remember the theme.
All right, it's
Volunteerism.
No, but that should be a theme.
That's coming.
That's coming.
I bet that'll be
next week.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Yeah.
But it'll be, so it's a surprise, is
It's
what
a
you're telling us.
yeah,
You
it's
can't
a
tell us
surprise.
today. You're going to wait till tomorrow.
You need
Tune in
to
tomorrow at 9.
Tune in tomorrow at 9 to
All right.
figure it out.
It's a surprise. All right, there you go. And next Friday, we will be back with our other show,
That's
right?
interesting.
Yeah, oh, that's the name of the show. Yeah, exactly. That is the name of the show. That's interesting. So we hope that you will join us for that. Again, that is next Friday, when you could call in and share whatever's interesting in your world and tell us. And we share interesting things from our world. Megan's world is more interesting than mine, I can tell you that We find
That's
that
true.
it's proven every week we do
Yeah.
the show. Yeah. But it's okay. It's okay. It's what makes it work. So,
It does make it work.
so there you go. But join us next time, and we'll be back next Friday, of course, with That's Interesting. And I think that's all we have to say.
Okay.
I think we're done.
Yeah, I think so. Wrap
Again,
it up.
Dr. Mance, thank you very much. Solutions from the Street. Again, it is the New Mexico Mission of Mercy event in September, so please sign up. Volunteers are needed, and you can sign up today. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Have a great week. We'll see you next Friday. Bye-bye. KSJE is supported by the Farmington Civic Center, bringing a full slate of entertainment to Farmington and San Juan County. Country music stars Lone Star, Thursday, June 9th at 7:30 p.m. The Farmington Civic Center, 200 West Arrington in downtown Farmington. Find out more online at fmtn.org/shows or at 505-599-1148.
Who